What it is, what it do? Welcome back to another episode of K.O.A.H.
It never fails.
Yeah, this nigga gonna find it.
I got another one. They gonna be the voice of all the tags.
Although we went through
Every time I roll up, you be with the shit. Why I can't just chill without the other shit? You be all up in my phone when I put it down. I was about to get a 7, now I need an ounce. When I leave, you call my phone. When you coming back, wanna know my location like a Uber app. Wanna get out with my niggas while we talk paper. Roll it in the guava leaf for the raw paper.
What it is, what it do? Welcome back to another episode of Joint Conversations. It's your boy D.
And your boy ADM Marley.
And we back. You already know what it is. Shouts out to everybody that's been rocking with us. Shouts out to everybody that done subscribed to the YouTube channel. Shouts out to everybody that
YouTube,
jump on
Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google,
us.
all that good stuff.
Shouts out to that boy ADM Marley for setting it all up. You did. In case y'all thought that was back of house.
Facts.
Back to back. You did.
Facts. You heard me. And speaking of Spotify and all, shout out to the listeners everywhere around here. Cali. We got some Cali listeners. We got some Virginia listeners. Some North Carolina.
We got some Africa listeners.
We got some
UK listeners.
Yeah, we got them all, bro. It's true. Some France. You feel me? I ain't finna look them up. I don't feel like looking them up. But they out there. Shout outs to y'all.
Just beautiful out here right now.
You feel me?
Hey, first and foremost, y'all already know how this shit go. We gotta give thanks to the Most High that gave us life, gave us breath to breathe, gave us a vision of sight. You feel me? Like you dig? Like you just gotta give praises to him. That nigga protected me all weekend. You feel me? Nigga went out of town, made it back, kept working back to back. You dig what I'm saying? Ain't pass out, ain't give up, ain't fall out. Shouts out to Red Bull out there. You feel me? Y'all boys kept me running as well. But praise to the Most High, man.
With all that being said, you feel me? We gonna get into it. But before we start anything, I do have a good announcement to make. You feel me? Something made me real happy to say. Okay. Welcome home, Billy B.E.A.M Squad. You feel me? Welcome home, homie. Welcome home. You feel me? Welcome back to your family, your kids, your wife. And blessings on that. That's all I gotta say about that. You feel me?
It's all love. You feel me? Welcome back, Billy Bentley.
Welcome, love, Billy Bentley. Welcome home, my guy.
I just want to tag something real fast.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
There's a lot of misconception of shit that's going on in the world, where we get blinded by the lightest things, and the underlying statement that I want to let be known right now is, you feel me, we gotta work as units. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand that everybody's human, everybody's everybody's imperfect. You dig what I'm saying? So let's learn to kill off all hate. You dig what I'm saying? Like, hashtag K.O.A.H. Kill off all hate. You feel me? Like, understand love is the strongest weapon that we got. So let's stop trying to push niggas out and then expressing all of our animosity and anger towards that individual or towards those people, and learn to love, so that way we can gravitate and open our arms to pull them in. You feel me? You can push a nigga out, your hands will be close, but if you spread them, you make more room for more people. So let's try to act on love. You feel me? Like, let love live. Stop trying to kill that shit with a whole bunch of I don't give a fuck, I don't care. Like, granted, mental health and all that rah-rah is cool, is real. I'm not gonna knock it. I ain't never gonna take it away from me. You feel me? I too suffer from my own mental issues. You feel me? But
we are.
I still gotta run through the world and hold myself accountable for certain things that I go through, certain things that I do, the ways that I behave and interact with other people. I gotta hold myself accountable. So it's like, I'm never gonna sit there and tell somebody I don't give a fuck, this is how I am, or it is what it is. And when I lose people, it'll just be that. Like, come on, dog. Let's stop doing that shit, man. Like, let love live. Understand that you can forgive somebody that didn't harm you physically or outright intentionally, emotionally. You feel me? Like, learn to love, dog. If somebody fuck up, forgive them. Allow them to bounce back from their bullshit. Like, a lot of the shit that y'all niggas upset about and try to ban people about, shit don't even be that heavy. The individuals that it's done against don't even take it that heavy. But there's a coalition of people out there that instead of moving in love, they moving in hate and find a way to spread that hate collectively.
Oh, that nigga spitting now.
Come on, man. We gotta not do that no more, dog.
That nigga
Like,
spitting
we really
now.
gotta not do that. So when I say kill off all hate, if y'all ever see me rocking the merch, if y'all ever see me posting something and trying to share the word, that shit ain't just on some, you know, I'm pump faking and just, you know, doing it for the views or doing it for the masses. You get what I mean? Doing it for the doing it for the facade.
Right.
Like that shit.
Trying to ride the wave type shit. We ain't doing
I'm not a surfer. You know what I'm saying?
We don't do that over here.
I'm not a surfer. I'm more of a snowboarder. You feel me? Like I'm sliding down when I know there's chaos that can start coming behind me, but I'm still moving forward in love, hoping that I make it to the end. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta work towards that, though. We gotta work to be better, man. All this trying to get rid of motherfuckers, you know, and y'all want to get rid of the wrong people at that. You feel like, come on, man, that should be.
You feel me? And it ain't like you feel me? People make mistakes. You feel me? But wait, before we we gonna get back into that.
Right.
But I do have to say, you feel me? Because you know, I do get attacked from time to time about my attitude towards certain
species.
Not certain species. We gonna say a certain species or a certain type of person, or you feel me? We gonna stick it to the ladies, you feel me? But I do want to say, you feel me? Now that it is over after the closing ceremony, shout out to the USA women team.
That part.
Because listen here, before y'all listen, if it wasn't for y'all,
that part.
If it wasn't for y'all, America wouldn't be held up to the standard that they usually held up to in the Olympics. So
that
with that being said, I do wanna, I gotta make sure I give a shout out to the women's volleyball team, USA, first gold medal. You feel me? I got to give a shout out to the USA women's for their 7 consecutive gold medal, doing the goddamn thing. 23 gold women, 22 silver women, 22 bronze women. You hold it down. You feel me? Hold it down. The damn USA women's Olympic team got more medals than half of the fucking countries in the Olympics. If they would have just ran by themselves, bro, they would have ran number 4. In medals. You feel me?
We got 4 more years.
I gotta let that shit breathe. They would have won. They would have been placed number 4 as just women of the USA. They would have been placed number 4 in medals overall in the whole Olympics.
Got a whole shish kebab, yeah. And they cooked the motherfucker too.
You feel me? So you feel me? Shout out to y'all. I had to make sure I say that. You feel me? I gotta get y'all shout out. I know y'all been getting y'all shout outs all over the world. You feel me? So but we gonna jump back into it. So what we were saying, as far as people, you know, people make their mistakes. You feel me? But
make their mistakes, man. Learn to forgive them, dog.
See, and the thing is,
people ain't perfect.
The thing is, people make mistakes, and sometimes people don't know when they're making mistakes. See, but when somebody making a mistake, it's not even an apology. It's not okay to chastise, criticize, and you feel me, and then ask for an apology. You done got them all in they zone. Now you expecting them what to back down? It don't usually go like that. So sometimes you gotta talk to somebody before you demand this or demand that. You gotta understand where they was coming from, and on top of that, and they do tell you where they was coming from, it's not your job to tell them what they meant.
Exactly.
You can't. I understand you felt the way. Say you felt. You can't tell somebody what they meant.
The only thing that I could do is open your eyes to how I saw it. And if you're capable of opening your eyes and seeing it how I saw it, then you're going to be able to apologize.
Damn.
If you don't see it that way, then you're going to stand on your 10 toes and say, I said what I said.
Damn.
And that attitude that a lot of people have right now is more of a, I said what I said, but not even, that's because you're not taking the time to even show any empathy to the person that you're talking to.
Fact.
You're not looking at the situation to say, all right, I get where you're coming from. I see how that shit bothers you. My bad. You want to be stuck on it, okay. And that goes to the, I don't care if you walk out my life. I ain't gonna lie. I cut a conversation in the middle. Like, if that shit not feeding me, I'm cutting the conversation right in the middle of it. Like, yo, you don't know how to talk to people?
That's what it is.
You think everybody's gonna be in agreement with you at all times?
People don't lost their communication skills, so now they make it okay to just walk away from something or to just give up on something without a explanation or without a reason. They just make it, and it's like people. And then I'm not talking about the limelight no more. I'm talking about people in general. they riding the wave. So now you got people, oh, I'm protecting my peace. I don't have to explain. I mean, you bullshitting right now. That's just the cool thing to say right now. And can't nobody tell you that you bullshitting.
That's like when your kid hear you say something, and then they use that in the next 5 to 10 minutes of them doing something. They use that same shit that you said, or they overheard you say, and try to see if that balance it out. Like if you always have your own conversation to the side and like, nah, fool, but you gotta understand things 50-50. You ask your kid, yo, why you ain't put the thing in the, oh man, but you gotta understand things are 50-50.
First of all, why you listening to my conversation?
You feel me? So it's like, well, you telling me, I gotta protect my mental health.
I get it.
Do you truly know yourself to understand what you're protecting?
That part.
Cause somebody who's schizophrenic, somebody who's bipolar, somebody who's goes to the doctor for their situation and shit, they understand. Like for the most part, they have some type of comprehension, or have people around them that have comprehension of their mental situation. Now, when you're talking about the inability to find a way to cope and handle stress, you cannot handle stress. You can't handle confrontational situations. You can't handle harsh decisions. You can't handle, you see I got these 4 letters up, you can't handle facts. Now it's I'm protecting my mental health by walking away from this conversation. That means you're being one-sided and not open-minded enough to sit and break down both sides of what's being discussed.
Let's make it clear now. If somebody abusing you, that's different. We're not talking like that. We always got to keep it in context of what we be, because people are just, oh, I'm not finna sit there until we
people just throwing their own categories into.
Yeah, they just throw their own. Oh, I'm not finna stay there. Somebody cheating. And we talking about somebody who's been either a simple conversation or just emotional conversation. You can't ask somebody to have an important conversation and then ask them not to be. Sorry, y'all. You can't ask to have a important conversation with somebody and then expect them to not have emotion behind it or emotion during the conversation. Temper's gonna flare up, voice is gonna get loud.
Like that's why they tell you don't talk about religion, don't talk about politics at work.
And
there's a third one, but I don't remember.
Hey, you know what's funny about that? What? That was the beginning. I feel like that was the beginning of, or like the loophole that always kept the literal term of freedom of speech not free.
Well, when they tell you that you can't discuss certain things at work? Nah. Because then you'll get a gook that's sitting there in the back talking about flicks all fucking day. Or some extra shit. Like, come on, bro, there's some inappropriate conversations for work. You know what I'm saying?
See what you just did?
There's certain things that might incite. Yeah, I threw in my own category.
You just threw that bitch in your own category. But you're right, though.
If your manager walk by and hear you talking about the shit or trying to show niggas some shit, they gonna spaz. Right. So because you're causing some type of weird shit going on. Maybe you and the ladies are pissed off about your perspective on certain sexual positions. So y'all niggas not supposed to be talking about this shit.
True.
Because at any point in time, one of y'all gonna come in my office and say, yo, he harassed me with this conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
so a political conversation, same thing. Yo, this nigga harassed me with this Trump shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm about to get real physical with this nigga. Like, cause he all on my back, constantly driving me crazy with this. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Religion, same shit. We sitting there talking, and you may be Muslim, I'm Christian, and we debating about something light, but we debating about it. And you passionate about your side, I'm passionate about my side.
Right.
I sit there and I say something about pork, you losing your mind about it. I'm like, calm down, brother. Like that's not what it was about. It's just me. Or I'm over here being ignorant and saying, well, y'all niggas start wearing bombs all the fucking time. That's a stupid ass statement to make. Period. But now it's no, it's not that. Oh, so you truly believe? All right. So how about? So you really believe a nigga with the? It's like, yo. Now when the manager walk by, y'all niggas is 38. Blood pressure's going through the roof. Veins over here. 40-year-old man arguing with a 18-year-old boy.
18-year-old who don't even. Yeah.
Who got a 26-year-old girl who has no connection to any of this because she has no.
I get what you're saying, but the funny though. I get what you're saying, but the crazy part is now, those things that was the leave out far as religion. I think it was religious, sexuality, and politics or some shit like that. I don't know what the fuck. It was something like that.
Something like that.
But now it's like you hear all of those topics at work now, And all the shit that was free to say, you can't say no more. But yeah, they literally, I just feel like they always kept it open far as like, and I get it that those type of conversations can go left, do go left, will go left, all that good shit. But I do just feel like that shit.
It took away freedom for you.
It was just left open, just a little bit. It was like you can say whatever you like, just like now. You can say whatever you want to say, just don't say whatever you want to say. If you don't let that go over your head.
But that shit, that's just like what M used to rap about. Like, yo, y'all niggas told me I got freedom of speech, but you telling me that my lyrics are off the wall.
And now that shit, and it's crazy.
What you want from me? I thought I had freedom of speech. It's just poetry. I'm writing.
It is. And that's just like, it's like now, it's like, okay, now freedom of speech is like, just like then. And I get I can keep saying I get it. But just like now, they tell, okay, it's freedom of speech, but don't say that. You can't talk about this no more. You can't talk about, so it's just like with the shit that I don't know if you saw the shit with them taking genders off of birth certificates or talking about it or proposing. So now what you gonna tell me we can't talk about gender no more? In the near future, if they make that legal, if they take that off of birth certificates, which means they're gonna take it off of job applications, school.
What's crazy is like, because I guess he don't want me to speak on this, though.
I don't know. That's what it sounds.
He
like.
might not want me to speak on it.
Every time you get right there.
All right. So here's my point, right? I just want to drop this point.
That's wild.
Watch. All right. God bless y'all on that subject. Y'all ain't gonna ever hear my opinion about it.
I don't even want to talk about that shit no more. Next. Every time you got to that part, bro. Fuck that. Nah, man. Get your shit off, man. Nope. That's important. That's important. No.
Nope.
That's wild. If
anybody say force a thunderstorm, it's gonna hit again anyway.
Not every time he got to his shit.
Man, that shit crazy, fool. Don't take the genders off the goddamn birth certificates.
Yeah. But next topic, some dark shit, man. We finna get into this sick ass. We finna get into these sick ass people, dog.
What happened?
These damn pedophiles, man.
What happened?
That seems to be every fucking where, bro. We gonna start at Disney World having a couple of employees involved in sex trafficking.
But
okay, you know
there's
what?
no but. You feel me? So like, we ain't gonna cut that out. Ain't no post production, so I cut that part. But
I'm gonna reword it though.
What
Disney World workers, not Disney World. I'm not gonna put it on Disney World. Disney World workers, employees that work around kids daily. But I'm gonna read it and let y'all know what's going on, the important parts. So basically, say the suspects communicated with soliciting who they thought were children between the age of 13 and 14 for sex acts. And all detectives arrested 17 suspects who faced 49 felonies and 2 misdemeanor charges, include traveling to meet minors for sex, attempted lewd battery, use of a computer to seduce a child, unlawful use of a two-way communication device. I didn't even know that was a fucking charge. And transmission of material harmful. What the hell? Material harmful to a child, meaning nudes. That's what that means. Niggas was sending nudes to children. But it said the youngest suspect was 26 old and the oldest was 47. It don't say how many of them was involved, but it do say that a couple of them, about 3 of them.
3.
Man.
Now listen. And hear me out, y'all.
Talk your shit.
If you ever get a chance,
Talk your shit.
I may not have the exact link. We might leave a link at the bottom. You feel me? But go ahead and YouTube, like Disney World and their little hidden backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go into that little rabbit hole and see what you find out about Disney World. Like, ain't no way you gonna tell me an establishment that's so well known as Disney World, my kid go missing and we can't find my kid in Disney World. Where the fuck is my kid? Where did my kid go? My kid don't know Orlando.
My kid ain't just walk off.
My kid ain't walk out the front gate and say I'm going in the whip with somebody unless somebody walk out with my kid.
I can't even leave my kid with their auntie, let alone at an amusement park.
You feel me? And like Disney World is that massive and is that many people and et cetera, but nah, there's something a little more, like you say, dark.
Definitely
with
dark.
their background. You feel me? Like whenever you get a chance, you feel me? Hit a blunt, throw it up. You feel me? Hit your YouTube. Make sure you're on the charger, and go into your rabbit hole. You feel me? Look up, Disney World, and whether you want to look up Disney World and Illuminati or Disney World and kid missings. Kids go missing at Disney World. Those type of stories. You gonna see like it's funny business.
Some creepy shit, huh?
It's funny business.
Which leads me, we you know what? We gonna make it more real. Everybody don't even go to Disney World. We gonna make this shit more legit. A conversation I had with you, and crazy. Right after I had the conversation with you, I got on Facebook and saw 2 more people mention it.
What's that?
When you told me about you was thinking about putting your kids in karate.
Was it you that sent me that shit?
No, I think you told me about it. So somebody else had to send it to you. But when I got on Facebook, I saw 2 other people like, damn, I was thinking about putting my kids in karate at that same spot.
All right, so there's an instructor, a martial arts instructor by the name of Franco. I don't remember his last name, but his first name is Franco. And he had a martial arts spot out here in Florida on Pembroke Pines, Pines Boulevard. And one evening after I took my dog to the vet and shit like that, I stopped by, walking the shopping plaza. I see this karate spot. It's empty. I walk in, I check it out. I talk to the guy. I ask him, hey, man, what's up? This spot, he gives me a price. I say, cool, I'll bring my kid. He's like, how old are they? Real eager. Yeah, it's perfect. It's no problem. We take kids young, whatever the case is. So, I'm asking him, like, yo, how you get... This ain't no personal story behind it, but, I'm wondering, like, how do you get kids to relax? You're like, well, kids that don't want to do it, got to get kicked out of class. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But whatever, all right, cool. My daughter's old enough. She's well-rounded and shit like that. You feel me? She might be interested, so I might bring her around. Never got to it. Right. But on this random morning, you feel me? I wake up, and I don't know where the hell I saw this post. I don't know if somebody sent it to me on Instagram. I don't know if someone texted it to me. I don't know.
I still haven't seen it.
But I seen it, and something made me go check Channel 10. And I looked it up, and there the man is. And I look at his face, and I'm like, wow, I was going to put my kid
right in his hand.
Right in your fucking hands. And you are a creepster with cameras in the bathroom. And it took a 17-year-old young lady, a brave young lady, to call the nigga out on his shit. And the dad pulled up with police, and that's what set the shit on fire.
Wow.
But nigga, let it have been my right.
And it's crazy, like it's like, and it's crazy how these people is like.
What is your interest, dog?
What do you really?
What is that? So at some point in time, while everybody want to become a chair or become a dolphin or identify as a microphone or whatever, at some point in time, y'all gonna erase the lines on that shit too? I just want to know.
For real, that's what I want to know too. Are y'all gonna?
Is there gonna be a point in time where everything is free range? Like that's the level of freedom y'all niggas like. I ain't gonna say the level of freedom that people are chasing, but in trying to erase so many lines, do you understand that there's major things that still goes on? And that's not something that's thoroughly addressed.
Facts. It seems like
you're gonna argue someone on a corner making money, selling herbs.
Right.
It's so major versus constant kids going missing, constant kids being trafficked, constant people getting reports of things like this happening, and no real investigation go into it. Nobody really go search for the guy.
And he probably been doing this shit forever, bro. Bro.
Like that shit.
Like, what are you really?
Dog.
It's like niggas are. People are like using it. You using this for your personal Cause you videotaping it, so you not kidnapping nobody. You using this
So
for your
weird
personal.
fetish.
Like, come on, what are you?
Yeah, stop.
It can't be that bad,
Stop
bro.
it. Get some help.
They need help, bro. These people, and it seems like that's what I'm trying. It seems like this is an issue that's not put out there enough to the point where it feels like as much as common as it is, and as much as it's talked about in the mainstream, it's kind of like, are you motherfuckers trying to hide this shit?
I don't know, dog. This shit is wild, bro.
Because it's like,
What are you doing with the kid?
what are you doing with the kid?
What
Why
are
is
you
it
doing
not?
with a videotape of a kid in a bathroom?
Like, even like I told you, granted I don't watch the news, but I don't miss a lot. And I still haven't seen that. Nowhere, bruh. Not on there. Not on no social media. All y'all supposed motherfuckers who like to report the news and all the fucking gossip. Nobody said nothing about this yet. You feel me? All you motherfuckers that like the, you feel me? Nobody said nothing about this yet. Which means I'm not, and it's probably not y'all fault because y'all probably haven't seen it yet either. Which means these other big media outlets, you get this shit, what, 30 seconds to a minute on the news and then keep it pushing? To talk about what?
If I'm trying to follow a page in my city, you want to show me low rider whips and donks and people hurting themselves and random accidents and this, that, and the third, but you ain't gonna post this shit up, kid.
Come on, bro. I ain't seen that shit yet. I have the only reason I know about it, only reason I know about it, bro, and it's crazy because obviously I know three people personally who was finna put their child in that same fucking karate class. That's the only reason I know about it. So if I knew no one personally about this shit who said something about it or who, you feel me, posted about it, I wouldn't know nothing about this shit. And it'll probably still be fucking parents. Well, he probably shut down now, but it'll be still parents. Blind.
Facing like 45, I think.
He need all of it. Fuck facing. He need to be just. That's it.
Throw him in there.
Some of you motherfuckers don't deserve fair trials or whatever.
Throw him in there and scream out, Chobo.
You feel me? That shit don't make no sense, bro. That's some dark ass shit, bro. And in the government, oh my God. Bro. These motherfuckers, everywhere you go, everywhere you turn, it's another motherfucker in the media that's either sexual harassment, pedophilia.
So in New York, nigga?
In New York, he just stepped down and announced another one already up next, getting accused of the same thing. Not to even mention, Mr. 46. I don't want to say no name. He accused of the same shit. Bruh.
He been accused.
That's what I'm saying.
But listen.
That's exactly my point.
I thought he dropped some shit. I said some shit about black people recently.
That nigga ain't saying shit. That's the quietest motherfucker in that position that I ever seen in my life.
You talking about Joe Biden?
Yeah. You said. Yeah, nah. We all. I'm off of him. I don't even want to mention his name. But yeah, him, that nigga. He accused of the same shit. And motherfuckers like, the nerve of you getting up there telling motherfuckers to step down for what they accused of, and you sitting there with the same shit on your back. And these the motherfuckers that we put in the office, bro.
These are motherfuckers that run.
That's my issue,
run.
dog. That is my issue with it, bro. And I'm not gonna promote my thoughts on it, so I'm not gonna say nothing. But I just can't, dog. I just can't do it.
Yo, hey man, listen, dog. Nasty ass niggas, man. Y'all just nasty, dog. Y'all just as nasty as the people that's turning around talking about they gonna make a new Batman, talk about Robin coming out the closet as a bisexual. How the fuck is a piece of art gonna come out the closet? You drew the closet. You drew the goddamn closet when he flew by it. Now you talking about he coming out it? Why are you drawing it like that?
If that ain't force feeding, I don't know what the fuck
is you doing?
I don't know. If that ain't force feeding, I don't know what the fuck else is, bro. I don't know what the fuck.
But dog, like, yo,
That's wild, bro.
what
Like
are we talking about? He's coming out.
he coming out.
When did he have time for a relationship?
He been fighting. He been fighting crime for the last 25, 30 years. He ain't got time for that.
The nigga's always. He showed you in his teen years. He's been trying to back Starfire. He just didn't really understand how to grease an alien. He wasn't ready. She was an alien. But they showed you as a kid he wanted her, and then as an older Teen Titan, it was like more about business, but sometimes it got smooth with it. You feel me? But after that, then he's with Batman doing wild Batman shit.
And I know Batman had.
Hey, don't turn around and tell me that the billionaire Batman.
I know Batman had the hose.
You feel me?
And I understand. I understand everybody. These people need to see somebody that look like them. I get it. Create new people.
Create one, see if it hit.
Create new people.
And don't rush it into a live action movie. Let it be a comic for a bit.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's some out there that's just not being acknowledged.
Make it a comic and don't make it all sexual and shit. You feel me? Keep it pure. At least at least for the moment that you, just like you did, just like
already dressed in outfits that's questionable.
Mm-hmm. That's all we need.
I understand everybody's in
It's some kid that done probably did some shit to some Catwoman, some Wonder Woman shit. Listen, I know a lot of.
I made Catwoman, Catman, and I made Batman.
I know a lot of niggas that love Sailor Moon. It is for a reason. Fucking pervs.
But look at the comic that you gave us. Like it's a bunch of cheerleaders whose skirt don't even go over their drawers because they superheroes.
Sailor Moon used to bust it down when she turned into Sailor Moon, man. Shit came off. Wow. Anyways, wow, bro. It's all the way to the point where I ain't even know that, because I wasn't really paying attention then, like that. I was like in and out, but I ain't know that dude, that gymnast coach with that sexual shit with fucking with kids, he coached Simone Biles, bro.
Was she hit?
Yeah.
She got hit by too?
I ain't even know that shit. Cause I'm at the time when all that shit was going on, when she had stepped down, I just thought about this shit. All the time when she stepped down, I was on Twitter and I seen somebody tweet like, "Oh, Simone Biles she became not a she came with an idol or a role model for people for mental health and sexual, yeah, at the same time." So I'm like, what the fuck? So I went on Google and I was like, so I typed in Simone Biles and this shit popped up and it was the dude, it was the white dude in the courtroom. I'm like, what the fuck?
Bro, listen, man.
I didn't even know that shit, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people that just abuse power, bro. Like,
it's a fact. It's a fact, bro.
Power, like you know, you close to somebody. That person needs to give you some type of confidant, especially when you older, and you take advantage of that shit. Like, you just as nasty as the niggas with cameras in the bathroom watching little kids.
Yeah, that's a fact. You actually.
But some people are more animal than man, though. Like that's proven, though. Some people are more animal than man.
That's why they need to be put with. In that case, is that why they need to be put in cages. Not motherfuckers who like you. Like he need to stay there and get the help that he needs. Not like caged in.
I'll wait for a little interruption from the thunder to see what cut me off.
He needed to get some help, so he need to be away from everybody else, not the person that's, so to say, like you said, on the corner doing whatever he doing. You feel me? If he ain't, granted, some of them, whatever.
No, I don't listen, man. That's sick.
It's no reason why it's more of them locked up on it. than it is them type of motherfuckers, rapists or so to say. You got millions of drug dealers or whatever you want to call them locked up in jail, bro. Millions of them alone that look like us, compared to the motherfuckers that's probably in there for rape or some shit.
Nigga, cause he got a habit.
Lot of nigga, cause he locked a nigga cause he just making bread.
He actually out here serving and nothing. You lock a nigga up because he has a habit.
Yep. He fuck the nigga hard. He not a nigga that's not. He ain't got no type of murder on him. No type of, he ain't wanted for no type of murder. No type of none of that shit. But you lock him up forever. But yeah, man, that's all we got for today. So remember, it's just conversation.
Every time I roll up, you be with the shits. Why I can't just chill without the other shit? You be all up in my phone when I put it down. I was about to get a 7, now I need an ounce. When I leave, you call my phone. When you coming back, wanna know my location like a Uber app. Wanna get high with my niggas while we talk paper. Roll it in the guava leaf for the raw paper.